Hey everyone, it's Maribel Blue with a new Pathetically Unfiltered. If you are new here, welcome to this channel. Please take a moment to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you will get notified when I upload a new video. And if you are not new, welcome back. We are going to be talking about David Burke. I found another Nancy Grace video. I'm going to share this specific portion of the video because it does not look good for David. And you know what? I'm not an attorney, so an attorney will find a way out of that. But from what I've covered on my first video, and I have been obsessively watching between Nancy Grace and Sidebar with Jesse Weber, it is diabolical what happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez. It's terrible, terrible. I mean, I still go back to where were the parents? How come they couldn't put a stop to this? Was she like this runaway girl where she was constantly running away? I mean, I don't know. When I shared in my last video how my father stood there while a boy from school called me and invaded our conversation. At least that was the way I felt being a 12-year-old girl talking to a 12-year-old boy. My father was very, very strict with us. He was not having it, not one bit. And I say to myself, what are parents doing today where they are allowing 11, 12, 13-year-old girls run around? I mean, I'm hoping that's not the case. If you are a parent, is your soon-to-be teenager child home with you? What kind of relationships are you having with your child where they are able to speak freely about boys, about girls, about what they like, about what they don't like? I think all of these things are very important. And I'm just looking at it from a different point of view because I know her parents are hurting. I mean, there's nothing left of this girl. How she was murdered, it's just beyond me. Knowing that there was not only one, but possibly two people watching, I cannot. So I am going to play this part because apparently there was a conversation being recorded and there were two girls in the bathroom. I guess they were, I don't know if they were doing a live of some sort, but they had their phone on and they were doing whatever makeup, body glitter, whatever it is that they were putting on. But they just happened to capture a conversation that was going on in another room. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
We know it, such as when the state calls witnesses and brings on evidence sufficient to have the case formally charged and bound over for a felony trial. So what was it? Is it more, let's have a hearing to set up a hearing?
Yeah, exactly. They originally had the hearing set, the preliminary hearing set for May 26th. Today was a status hearing to find out if the defense was ready to move forward in court. They decided they were not. Both the prosecution and defense agreed to move the date. It's going to now be on June 29th with a status hearing like today on June 17th.
Taylor Parise, you're stating that the defense isn't ready to move forward and the state says it also is not ready to move forward. Possibly because there are volumes and volumes of evidence easy to find if you're willing to go mining online. For example, watch this, Taylor.
It's kind of giving Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Aw, cute.
I like it. And then, wait, what is this? Stickers?
Stalkers. Oh.
Doesn't know. Where's the body glitter?
We gotta be USA now.
Where's the body glitter from Claire's?
Bro, body glitter from Claire's is crazy.
Okay, clear glitter or
Okay, chat. I'm gonna show you guys my face makeup.
Joe Scott Morgan, maybe that is some of the evidence. I mean, if I can find it, the prosecutor can find it. Did you hear what was said? Now, it's in the background. You have to listen very carefully. I'm going to play for you the pertinent part. Listen.
It's kind of giving Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Aw, cute. I like it.
And then, wait, what is this?
You want to tell me those girls cannot hear what's being said through that open door, just on the other side of that very thin wall? And you see the one girl in front of the mirror pause and listen? What was just said by witness one, which is a female? I think I know who she is. The female says, "Tell me more about Celeste." Oh, then you hear the woman say, "Yeah, you killed her." And then you hear witness two state, "Yeah, me and David." They're so casual. And the other girls are just talking about finding their body glitter. And I want you to listen to the long form one more time because a speaker is identified by name. Joe Scott Morgan, listen.
It's kind of giving Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Aw, cute. I like it.
And then, wait, what is this? Stickers?
Stalkers. Oh.
Doesn't know. Where's the body glitter?
We gotta be USA'd out.
Where's the body glitter from Claire's?
So I'm going to pause it here for a minute because I just want to say what Nancy Grace was talking about, that girl, how like she was just looking for the body glitter. She did catch in the beginning the girl paused and was listening. She was so engaged in what they were talking about in that room that she almost forgot what it was that she was looking for. And quite honestly, if I heard a disturbing conversation like that, I would pretend too that I didn't know what was going on, what was being said. This is a very serious thing here. This is not something casual where she just heard somebody got run over with a bike and they got up and walked away. This is a murder. And if this girl is listening to the conversation and she knows who's on the other side of the room, everyone could be an accessory after the fact, knowing full well what happened to this girl, why she was or how she was lured in an Uber or Lyft, whatever ride share that they used. I shouldn't say Uber or Lyft because I don't know, but it was a ride share, and taken to be murdered because she was allegedly threatening to ruin his life. Look, let's just call it what it is. He was going after a child, and when that child wasn't getting her way in the ways that a child would behave when they're not getting their way, when they ask their mother, "Can I go on this school trip?" and the mother says no, and then the child acts out. Either they get mad, they yell, they go to their room, they slam the door. Whatever behavior, a child is going to react. It is a normal behavior for a child to be upset. However, in this case, the child was having a relationship with a grown man who should have known better. And he did know better, but did not care. This is really fucked up. Now you have these two girls who are apparently, I guess they were on Twitch or whatever, and they're doing an actual live and they're chatting with people. And this conversation is happening in the background of what happened with Celeste. Now, one of the voices does sound familiar because of other videos that I've heard this other person. I'm not going to say who. It's kind of like you figure it out for yourself who that other voice was. But knowing there could be a possibility David wasn't alone in what occurred. And I look at it like this, like from a legal standpoint, apparently the attorney he has represented a lot of different celebrities they could get him out of this and put the blame on somebody else. If there was somebody else involved, he could be charged with accessory after the fact, that he could have walked in. Anything is possible at this point. And that's the scary part. And best believe he still has fans who are looking out for his best interest. Know that.
I learned from Chris.
Okay, clear glitter.
Okay, chat. I'm gonna show you guys my face makeup.
I feel sick. I feel sick. Because I believe the prosecutors will be able to show that is David Anthony Burke, D4VD's home. And in that home, Celeste was murdered. And they're all talking about body glitter, and they can hear what's being said. Joe Scott, analyze. You hear the female state. Tell me more about Celeste. Oh, the woman, yeah, you killed her. And then someone says, yeah, me and David. And then, listen, you hear who? They're all in the bathroom. In other words, they can hear us, idiot. And the girl says, don't look at me. Then they go on, and the woman is saying, well, what does she look like? Am I close to her? Talking about Celeste. What did Celeste look like? I'm very close to her. In other words, do I look like her? And you hear the other male say, give him a second. And the woman says, you don't know what she looked like? It's past tense. What she looked like. What, are they that arrogant? They think I can't find that online, much less the prosecutors. I want you, Joe Scott Morgan. You're the death investigator. While they're all laughing and looking for their body glitter, where's Celeste?
Decomposing there at that residence. I can tell you what she looked like. I can tell you what she looked like relative to their current, their present at that moment in time. And yeah, they did use past tense, but let's understand her mortal remains are just on the other side of those walls, Nancy. Let that sink in just for a second. She's in an advanced state of decomposition. She's been packaged. The child has been packaged after having been rendered down. She's in multiple elements, Nancy, and not all of them are solid. The ME actually talked about liquefaction of remains. That's what she looked like. And I think...
Ugh, I'm getting nauseous. This shit is like, my stomach is actually turning. I have to stop it. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it. I need to drink some water. Give me a second. Ooh. I'm gonna leave it at this. David Burke has a lot to contend with. It doesn't look very good. From my perspective, it does not look good. I am going to keep on top of this story. If anything new comes up with the past videos that I've watched, I'm going to go ahead and compile some more notes. I'm sick. Ooh, yeah, that's okay, I'm going to go ahead and compile some more notes with Sidebar with Jesse Weber, more of Nancy Grace covering this, and I will come back and share more findings with you as this story goes along. And you know, everybody, I just need to say on a personal note, please stay safe. I've said this in my last video, I'm not a mom. However, I do have those motherly instincts of please take care of your children. Ask them questions. Talk to them. Make sure they feel safe with you is the most important relationship you can have with your child, that your child can talk to you about things that may be uncomfortable to talk about. And I can't even say enough how horrified her family must be as a result. So with all that being said, this is Maribel Blue signing off. As always, remember, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and most importantly, take care of you. Bye, everybody.